I'm just going to call it how I see it. And what I saw was a glorified edition of Showbox. And I'm talking about Showtime Sports Special Edition Showtime Boxing is what they call it, because they didn't dare, or what dare call it, Showtime Championship Boxing, even though it featured Chad Dawson, who lost, Venus Martirosyan in an impressive bout, the most impressive bout of the evening, and then Rances, or should I say Rancid Barthelemy, the IBF Super Featherweight 130-pound champion. Now, if you don't know, Rancid Barthelemy, he's from the Cuban school. Okay, so if you don't know what the Cuban school is, the Cuban school of boxing boxers, they go to work, so you don't see too much extra from him outside of the fact that, his defense is kind of suspect. But they may try to finish you off, but if they can't finish you off, then they just go on, and going back to the routine that they was in. But the point I'm trying to make is this. Now, he's with Al Heyman right now. I read a story not too long ago. I forgot where I read it at. Rances Barthelemy's previous promoter is upset because basically, allegedly, Al Heyman waits for certain fighters to mature with their current promoter, then signs them up and says, nah, don't sign with no promoter. You're a free agent now. I'm advising you. You're going to always be a free agent as long as I advise you. So it was one point at the end of the 5th round where Barthelemy, and I forgot the guy's name. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's supposed to be David, but it's Divide or something. Saucedo, but really it's Sauce. The first thing you see in his last name, like, oh, Sauce, like tomato cans. And tomato cans are always been associated with, have always been associated with Al Heyman as far as boxing is concerned. But I'm gonna say this: if you don't know, let me calm down. This is T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live. To be honest with you, I just was kind of, I guess it's crazy because I realized that I just gotta say thank you, Al Heyman. And you see how I was like kind of stalling right there because I was just happy to see some boxing. So thank you, Al Heyman. Thank you so much. But I want to see Orlando Salido. If you don't know, Orlando Salido can't make 126 anymore. His last fight at 126 was against Vasco Lomachenko, and he just weighed in at 130 anyway, like 129, vacated his belt, and he had that crazy fight against somebody from the Coquette Gym. I forgot the dude's name a couple of weeks ago, and now fans are calling for Orlando Salido versus Rances Barthelemy. Now, do I think Barthelemy can beat Salido? Here's the thing. Barthelemy gets hit a little too much for my liking, especially to be from the Cuban school. Now he does his whole Cuban school, 1-2, keep it basic, then get out of the way. But still, sometimes he seems to be getting hit a little too much. Now, he says he wants Mikey Garcia. As long as he's under Al Heyman stable, he's not getting no Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is fighting with HBO, and Mikey Garcia is somewhat semi-retired. Why is my eyes so red? Is it my eyes? Anyway, those Cuban school of boxing boxers, they just don't, when they're first starting off in their career, they're not known to be fan-friendly. Now, Yurkis Gamboa was the exception, but the Cuban school of boxing boxers, people are going to say they're boring. In this fight right here, it was a snooze fest. It's not Barthelemy's fault. Now, he went out there and he fought, but if you look at the opponent he fought, the dude only landed 4 jabs out of like 78. So you're asking, okay, well, this is clearly a fight that was his first title defense. Get it out of the way. But under the Al Heyman stable, unless this whole black boxing Jesus thing comes through, and when he goes to NBC Sports or NBC, he starts putting on big fights, why am I to believe him now? Why am I to believe that Rances Barthelemy, just like Leo Santa Cruz and all these other guys, are not going to go on and just keep fighting these guys who we don't know? And that 130-pound division has a whole lot of guys we don't know, especially when the 2 top guys are from Japan. So, once again, I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live, and I cover boxing, every single major fight live, even though this wasn't a major fight. Still, hard work, dedication, TBE, it all comes with the territory. T Street Controversy Live. Subscribe.